Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Bree. I am going to be giving you guys a cleaning video today. After our spurt of COVID in our house, Alex was diagnosed or tested positive, I guess, a couple weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday. And so we are just now getting to the end of our quarantine isolation period. I should be finished up with my part in this next week, but I needed to go ahead and get a good start on cleaning and disinfecting where I could, and so I figured I'd share it with you guys. This is our bathroom and our bedroom, so this will be like our master bath. And I went ahead and started by cleaning out the tub and the shower. And I will say I used that Kaboom stuff because that's what I have on hand. Everything that I used today, I had to use what I had on hand. I couldn't go to the store and get a specific thing because I can't leave my house. I wasn't going to do grocery pickup for just some cleaning stuff. So I went ahead and ordered some cleaning things online, but because it isn't here yet, I had to use what I have on hand. And so I used the Kaboom on the bathroom, or on the shower, I should say. And I mean, it's kind of strong, but it did its job and it cleaned up pretty well. And then I went ahead and moved on to the toilet. You'll see that I took a piece of toilet paper and kind of dusted it because if there's any dust on there and I use one of my Clorox wipes, it just pushes it around. So I didn't want to make it harder than it should have been, and so I went ahead and used the toilet paper to dust. I had to kick Archer out. He's so nosy. He doesn't get in the way, but he's nosy, and I don't want him to end up getting sick because of anything that I'm using, and so I had to kick him out a few times. And because I know my parents are going to be watching this, I can already see them shaking their heads at the fact that that countertop was so messy. We don't spend a lot of time, obviously, in the bathroom. And so we just kind of let it get out of hand, I won't lie. You'll see that obviously I didn't put everything that was on there back up there. I put it back where it goes. But I did clean all that off. And Mom and Dad, I'm sorry that I let my countertop get that messy. I know that Mrs. Meyer's cleaners are not disinfectant or antibacterial or anything like that. But like I said before, I was using what I had, and I was kind of afraid of using the Clorox bleach that I used on the inside of the sink on the countertop. I don't own this building. This is a duplex that we rent, and so I don't want to ruin anything that doesn't belong to me. So I kind of just use that Mrs. Meyer's, like I said, until I get my antibacterial stuff in the mail. It should be here probably tomorrow or the next day. But I wanted to go ahead and wipe it down because it really needed it, and the Mrs. Meyer's has a good smell, so that was a win-win, I guess, until I get my other stuff in the mail. Alex and I have this unwritten rule that I do the laundry as far as like washing and drying, and then I fold and lay out, but he hangs up and puts away because I hate laundry, he hates laundry, so we break it up into twos. And it's what works for us, so we've kind of stuck with it. Then I went on to go ahead and wipe down all the surfaces in our bedroom. Again, I know, not antibacterial, but it needs to be done, and so I went ahead and did it with what I had. This is our spare bathroom, and you'll actually see my clothes have changed. This video took me several days to finish. It took my time just to make sure that I didn't miss anything, and so it did take me, like I said, a few days to just get everything taken care of. In this bathroom, I went ahead and wiped down the mirrors, cleaned off the countertops and the sink, did the toilet, and you'll see a little Archer clip here in a minute. He's so nosy, he can't help himself, and he has to be the star of the show. But this one didn't take me very long just because it's not used a whole lot. There is a shower in here, but we don't use it. We use it mainly to bathe Archer. But I went ahead and just did what I needed to do and got out of there. And it's another day. Sorry that I look like a complete mess in this video or this clip. I got up early and I wanted to make sure that I got into this room before Alex started to play games or anything. And so I went in there to pick up Archer's toys because a lot of his toys stay in there. I dusted around his computer and then picked up, because it just doesn't get picked up like the rest of the rooms in the house. And then later on you'll see that I vacuum. I do all the floors later in the video, that way I can make sure that they're done the very last. I like to do the floors last, as if I was working top to bottom in my house. you will see just there that I was spraying that Lysol spray. I completely forgot we even had that. And so I found it, and so I actually went back and resprayed wherever I had already cleaned. But then I made sure to really spray down that room that I was just in, because that's where Alex spends a lot of his time, and he is the only one in this house who's tested positive. So I sprayed it down just to make sure if there's anything lingering in there, hopefully it's not there anymore. Alex got Archer out so he could take him outside, and he loves to be loved on right after he gets out of the box, and that's what they were doing, is just playing around before he goes outside. So tell me, what do you guys do when you're cleaning, or what do you listen to, I guess, while you're cleaning? Do you like it quiet? Do you like to listen to like an audiobook? Or you'll see, I don't know if you can tell what it says on the screen, but I was actually listening to Pandora, and right there, Drop It Like It's Hot had come on. I am a huge throwback lover, and so you'll see me like shaking my head and singing along to the music. A lot of times I'll listen to music while I'm cleaning, or I'll even throw on another cleaning video. It kind of gets me motivated. I tripped on that blanket right there. The blanket that I had just put down. So I had ordered myself some clear nose rings, just to have on hand, and they sent me that big old envelope for that little bitty teeny tiny bag full of like 5 or 6 clear nose rings. I thought that was pretty funny. Who gave you that?
My mother-in-law.
I have been putting this part off for a very long time. I finally went through my shoes. You'll see that I have a lot of Converse, and Alex has some Converse, and I also threw out everything on his side so we could go through it. After I got everything out, I made him come in, and we just went over and figured out what we wanted to keep, throw away, put it in a different spot, and then I vacuumed the floor in there really good because it hasn't been vacuumed in a long time, and then nicely put everything back where it went. So I know it looks a little bit different from the very beginning when I went through and, did my walkthrough of the house. But this was also taken like 3 days later. So I had obviously done some of the dishes already and put them away. And then actually, this is a whole other load in the dishwasher. And so I started in on the kitchen by putting the dishes in the dishwasher and just kind of picking up where I can. And then you'll see that I went by sections, starting over close to the refrigerator and working my way around. I did kind of get a little gutsy in here and use the bleach spray on the cabinets, and I should have done that in the beginning because it didn't do anything to them. Obviously it cleaned them, but that was it. So, like I said before, I did go in with that bleach spray on everything, but then I also turned around and used the Mrs. Meyer spray after it had dried because that Clorox or the bleach and that was so strong. I kind of needed something to offset the smell a little bit. And I know that I shouldn't be mixing, chemicals or anything like that, but I had to have something in there to draw away from that bleach smell. And in the end, it still even smelled like a pool in our house, but I was able to fix that. You'll see that a little bit later on. I did go ahead and hand wash a few of the dishes that we had, just like our coffee pot and a coffee cup that we had in there. And then I turned around and cleaned out the bottom of our sink using some of the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap mixed in with a little bit of Barkeeper's Friend. It gives it a little shine and gets rid of any kind of stains in the bottom of it. And then I turned around and cleaned off the outside of the sink with the chlorine with the bleach mix. It smelled so much like a pool, I keep calling it chlorine. Here in a second, you'll also see me drop a little bit of essential oils down into the drain. I just used some like orangey tangerine smell that I had. It helps to keep from like our garbage disposal and our drains to be smelling pretty bad. And I did it before I rinsed it out, and then I went ahead and put a little bit more in right after I had finished spraying it down and everything. I was so close to finishing, being like completely done with all the cleaning, that I went ahead and asked Alex if he would help me finish up the last part. And he always says yes if I ask him to help, but he went ahead and swept the bathrooms, the kitchen, and then also used the Swiffer wet jet in both of those rooms while I vacuumed up the living room, the spare room where like his office setup is, and also our bedroom. And then after that, I went ahead and changed out the smells in our Scentsies. You'll see that here in a little bit. We had been given a gift from my church. Somebody had delivered us dinner yesterday, along with a couple new scent smells that I could use in the house. And so I went ahead and tried to change up the chlorine smell over here into some vanilla and orange in the bathroom. So it was pretty nice to have the new smells in there as well. And to me, once your house smells like a new Scentsy, it makes it feel clean too. Well, guys, I just wanted to say thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, even if it's just to say hi below. If you do subscribe, go ahead and hit the bell button so you see the next time that I upload. I try to upload about twice a week, whether it be either a cleaning motivation video or just some other stuff like my Weight Watchers or just, days in the life that Alex and I do. And there's obviously always going to be more Archer. But if you guys don't mind, hit that subscribe button. We'll be seeing you in the next one. Thanks.